everybody. Let's do a short review on multiplying powers with the same base. So say we have 2 to the second power times 2 to the third power. Our two bases are both 2. We have exponents of 2 and 3. So we would say that the bases are the same. So we could use our rule of keeping that base the same, which is 2. And we add our exponents. 2 plus 3 is 5. Now, since we actually have a number base, which is 2, we can evaluate this. 2 to the fifth is just 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 32. All right, and remember, you can always use your calculator to do that. All right, you hit the caret button, 2 caret 5, that means 2 to the fifth, you get 32. All right, now if you have variables, same rule. So if we had x to the fourth times x to the sixth, we would keep our base, which is x. We add our exponents. 4 plus 6 is 10. So we get x to the 10th. All right, and that's review. We have a new skill that we haven't done yet when we have to divide powers with the same base. So dividing powers with the same base. All right, so for instance, if we have 2 to the third power divided by 2 to the second power. All right, even if you didn't know the rule that I'm about to teach you, you can still do this. All right, you can expand 2 to the third, which is 2 times 2 times 2. You can expand 2 squared, which is just 2 times 2. And now we can cancel. All right, 2 divided by 2, that's 1. 2 divided by 2, that's also 1. And we're just left with a single 2. So our answer there is 2. And really that's saying 2 to the first. Now, the rule here is we keep the base the same, so we kept 2. And really what we did was we subtracted our exponents. So if we had variables like x to the 10th all over x to the 4th, we could keep our base the same, which is x, and we can subtract our exponents. 10 minus 4 is 6. All right. So unlike multiplying powers with the same base where we add the exponents, when you divide, you're going to subtract the exponents. So our two steps here are keep the base, subtract exponents. All right. And you guys might have examples where you end up with a negative exponent, and that's perfectly fine. So if you had x to the fourth all divided by x to the sixth, we keep our bases the same, x. We subtract our exponents. 4 minus 6 is negative 2. Now, for the purpose of IXL, keep your answer like this. However, I'm telling you right now that I don't really like negative exponents. So use this form for IXL because this is what they want you to do. But when we come back to school, we're going to turn negative exponents into division. So really what an x to the negative 2 means is it means repeated division. It means 1 all over x to the second power. So when we get back to school, we're going to convert these negative exponents into division. All right, and I'm pretty sure next year your 9th grade teacher will do the same. All right, one other thing that you guys need to know is that any power or any base raised to the 0 power is 1. So if you have x to the 0 power, that's 1. If you end up with 2 to the 0 power, that's also 1. If you end up with 8 to the 0 power, guess what? It's also 1. So anything raised to the 0 power is 1. So that's just an important thing that you guys might come across as you practice in IXL. All right, and as always, send me a message. Get at those challenge boards.